Okay, welcome back to this week's edition of the BarroomBlitz.com. Taped live in front of a Bud Light drinking audience here.
Bud Light drinking
We're breaking
audience,
sports talk down to the nitty-gritty, right where it belongs.
Down as low as it can go.
Exactly. We have special guest.
Clancy's Corner.
Yep.
I love that
Mr.
name.
Tim Clancy over here, our Notre Dame
Clancy.
official Notre Dame editor,
Chicks
author,
are
and
looking at
editor
him over here.
on the blog. You check out the BarroomBlitz.com blog.
He
You
does
get
a blog?
every week, Notre Dame. See, you can't read, Cheeks. That's the problem. You just listen. You listen.
There's definitely something wrong. But let's talk Notre Dame.
Let's talk undefeated
now,
Notre
Christ's
Dame
sake.
national
Let's talk that
championship.
team. Let's talk.
No one said it could be
Let's go.
done. We couldn't do it. We couldn't make it with with the high standards. We'll never be the same again. And me and Tim have talked a lot about it. But we will face a foe. We're 8.5-point underdogs as we speak.
You know that's
8.5, anywhere from 8.5 to 10.
Who's his
We're playing
team?
Alabama on January 7th.
That's Notre Dame.
That's the Eagles fight song.
Oh, I did the wrong place. Son of a bitch.
I
thought I had the
just
Notre
let him
Dame.
go. I was letting him go. I'm not going to interrupt him.
Shit. Let's roll it back. I want to do the other song.
I'm like, wait, that's like the fly.
Cheer for
That's
old
what I
Notre
had
Dame.
you for. You got to nudge me. Don't kick me in the knee.
Come on, Stats.
Dick.
All right, now this is a big game, Cheeks. This is what the BCS wanted.
No doubt.
In the end, you got an undefeated team, plus probably the best team in the country. I mean, if you watch the Alabama-Georgia game, was a great college football game.
Excellent.
It was awesome.
Excellent.
I still don't know why the wide receiver didn't knock the ball down instead of catch it on the 5-yard line.
You know, it's tough to actually rag on a guy like that. You're in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
You see it's tipped. It's coming to you. You're on the big stage. And you're like,
Right.
if I catch this, I go in the end zone. I'm the man.
But he went down.
But
You got to try to get in the end
At
zone.
the same time, the ball wasn't even intended for him. It was
Right.
intended for number 26 going to the back corner. You know, you just got to spike the ball there. Get
Yeah.
your composure. Call the right play.
Right. All right, now we're getting down. We got 42 days from the last game to when Notre Dame plays on January 7th.
42 days.
42 days off. Now, this
Christ,
you
I
think
might not
Coach
be
Kelly?
alive by the time
Do you
that
think
goes.
Coach Kelly has handled this team compared to last year? Like, how do you think he's handled the team from last year? I mean, he's got some of these guys are his, and some of them are still from the last coach, Charlie Weiss, and stuff like that. But I think, a lot of people were on edge last year with Kelly. Because he's got like a kind of a brazen attitude, like the game he lost against Tulsa last year, and
Yep.
he took these guys. He's got like a quarterback in Golson, who he just pulls them out when he feels like it, and then puts them right back in, and nothing seems to happen. It all seems to work for him.
Right.
I mean, you got your boy Manti Te'o,
Yeah.
controlling that defense.
I just think the way he handles his players, I to be honest with you, when they first hired him, I didn't like the hiring at all. I really didn't. And then as you start watching the team, watching how he reacts, watching his press conferences, he's just got passion.
Well, he's changed a lot of things there. He made Notre Dame football they didn't Notre Dame in their football it wasn't like other colleges where Scotty he would now all the team stays together. If Scotty was the quarterback, he'd be off on the thing. Cheeks, you're here. Alex is there. You roomed with regular students. Now he has a football dorm. They have a football dorm. They have a football facility that they built, so you go and eat any time of the day, everything. I mean, they got personal chefs from 7 o'clock in the morning until 11 at night.
Christ,
And
I
if you
would
want
make
something
the
late
food
at night,
I'd
you
eat
just
all
go
day.
and get out of the refrigerator. It's unreal what he's done there. But like he said, that's what had to be done to become a program like we wanted.
Absolutely. He's raised the standards there. And
Sure.
I just think the way he's handled it, like he always says, it's a process.
Right.
And the process, sometimes it's a long process. For him, it's been a quick turnaround. It really has. And with that being the case, he's just instilled leadership in those players, and the players see what he's done, and they're just going to take that and run with it.
They're feeding off of him.
Absolutely, 100%. They're feeding right off of him, and it's a trickle-down effect. It really is.
He does show confidence. Like when you see it in some of his press conferences, even now, he shows confidence. He's always ready to go. He does have a little a lighter side to him, so he's not always as staunch as you think he is, or is such an attack type personality and stuff like that.
All right. Enough of blowing Brian Kelly. All right. What is your main concern here with Alabama? What's your concern?
To be honest with you, I think we match up well with Alabama. I really do. The way it's going to be exactly like the game was for us against Stanford. Two big, stout offenses and defenses, physical matchups.
Can we handle those running backs?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have the best front seven in the nation. In the nation.
What we light up? 2 touchdowns all year rushing.
5.
5 was a 5?
all year, and then we've
3
given
off.
up. We've given up negative 28 yards on goal-to-goal situations.
Wow.
Negative 28.
Take that, Cheeks.
Too many stats.
You know, when you're the number 1 team in the nation and the number 1 defense in the nation, you got to have some stats to back it up.
Sure, you play Pittsburgh.
What do you think the keys for the season?
Hold on. I'll correct them on this one. We've actually beat more bowl-eligible teams than anybody.
8.
Really?
Yes.
8 bowl-eligible teams.
What? Now there's 78 bowls, for Christ's sake.
35.
What kind of stat is that?
Don't bring that up.
If you're 4 and 5, you're in a goddamn bowl.
No, you gotta win. You
Take
gotta win.
that
You
stat and throw it out the
You
window.
gotta win 6 games.
Really?
Yes, to get
Yeah.
the bowl.
Oh, wow.
And that's a bad stat that I'll
And
bring
how
up
many-
later in the show tonight.
Yeah.
So what do you?
Later in the show tonight, I thought.
The next segment, I'm going to bring that up.
Another segment? Oh,
The best son of the night,
This is
the
fun.
Beefs.
Well,
You know
what do
what, I'm
Jimmy? What do you
concerned
think?
about that
What do
other
you think
pitcher
about it?
coming
How do
out.
you think they match up?
I think we're right there. I think if we don't turn the ball over, that defense, and you got to make McCarron make some plays. And I don't think he's that great of a quarterback, or that we can't get the pressure on him. And then we can get the pressure on him with just the regular packages and stuff like that. I mean, so you might blitz one guy, but you're not taking 2 guys in there. And I said the nose tackle, who's I think's my favorite player on Notre Dame.
Irish chocolate?
Yes, I still think he might be better than Manti Te'o. I just think he can, if he can control that middle of those 3 guys in the front can control that. Manti Te'o can play his game.
He's been huge for us. This
Huge.
year. Him and Captain Lewis Moore have been
Exactly.
huge for us.
I think going in the game, like you said, as if we don't make any dumb mistakes or get too crazy, and I think we need at least a 10-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the game. We win. I don't want to be down 7 because Alabama knows how to score and they can score fast when they want to.
They've been there. This is their 3rd time in the past 4 years.
Right.
They go to the championship game. They've been there. They've done it. They know how to.
Exactly, and there's a lot of players that are on that team that have been there. It's not like they all of a sudden leave the NFL. I mean, they draft, but he's got a football factory going down there. The best paid football players in the country.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my undercover subject.
But God, Nick Saban, I can't stand him.
Oh, I know. Can't we beat him?
Just give me one. That's all, Jim, I'm not asking for much. We haven't won since 1988.
It's gonna. I don't know what'll be better, winning that Phillies World Series or the Notre Dame winning another national championship.
Like you have to ask that question.
Well,
yourself.
I'm diehard Phillies.
January
Yeah.
7th, I might be passed out somewhere in this building from so much beer
I will do
spraying
the
all over
champagne
myself.
shower again, just so you guys know. Oh yeah. Don't you worry. I will have it uncorked and ready to go.
Free Jameson for the house. If they want.
We might, maybe.
I'll
You
bring
can drink that. I just pour the champagne over my head. I hate the taste
I'll
of
be
it.
drinking
But
this icy cold Bud Light. I'll tell you
I
that.
mean, we'll bring Clancy back as it gets closer. Maybe the night before the pregame. We'll be downstairs. We'll do a live show
Well, I
pregame.
wish you luck, but you don't have a shot, all right?
How did we not have a shot? We have the number 1
I'm just being
defense.
a dick, all right?
Defense. You're a defensive coordinator. Defense wins
They
championships,
lost
and we have some good running backs, and a good, decent quarterback, a good tight end.
Your quarterback is the problem. He's too
We
young.
got the
Too
relief
young.
pitcher coming in, Tommy Reese, if we need him.
Tommy Reese. He'll probably punch a cop again and be out by the time.
It's
the game
fine.
comes
It's
around.
all right. He's still
It's all right. I'm
playing.
willing to get 1 game suspension of me back. Don't worry.
Yeah. But it's what you do in those 42 days. Whether you let the players get fat or you keep them in school. I don't know how they handle that. Like, I mean, how do you let them home from like if they go home for
They're
Christmas?
gonna be on break,
They-
obviously.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
But they're probably going to stay
The school's
there.
been on break, and they've actually stayed there.
Yeah,
They're going
keep
home
them
for
there.
Christmas
Christmas.
for, I think, like 4 days,
right.
and then they're back to campus.
See, we're gonna win this.
I wish you luck. I don't like Nick Saban.
All
So.
I don't know. I just think
Focus.
that Alabama has some flaws. We've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Texas A&M at home, nonetheless.
Right.
Texas A&M beat them at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny football.
And then Georgia took them down to the wire. If Georgia's defense would have held up that game when they had a 10-point lead, we wouldn't be having this
Right.
conversation.
See,
It's true. I
we'll be
agree.
talking Bulldogs
Clancy
instead
knows,
of
all right?
elephants. All right.
Clancy-
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna
elephants
roll
are
the
horrible.
tide.
Elephant's a horrible, mascot.
It's
Yes,
great 'cause
Gat.
our guy could just punch him.
Yeah, we just punch you in the face. Bring a couple of mouses, they run away. We're gonna grab a couple icy cold Bud Lights, and we're gonna be right back with some more Barroom Blitz.
Dot and calm.